little bit sassy, a little bit crazy, a little bit classy. We got dreams and we got goals. We're just a couple of old sassholes.
Hello.
Hi.
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 This is cute.
I think so.
Welcome to A Couple of Sassholes podcast. I'm Brooklyn Johnson.
And I'm Heather Terry.
And for anyone who is tuning in for the first time, you sexy motherfucker, this is our power hour of true crime where we talk about fucked up people doing fucked up shit, usually for fucked up reasons or no reasons at all.
I know. I wish you would cuss. Like, you're not edgy enough. You're not edgy enough. It's so bizarre.
I was thinking about that oddly enough this week, how my dad was always like, you sound like trash.
Is that the voice?
Oh, you know my dad.
You sound like trash.
You sound like trash. You want to be a lady or do you want to be trash? And the answer has been trash, Dad. I have wanted to be a dumpster fire my whole life.
That's, yeah. Why?
Goals.
Those are goals. You want to hear about another trash?
Yeah.
Okay. So on, our local police department, they have a Facebook page and they post stuff.
Yes, where we live in Owensboro, Kentucky,
yes,
which is the fourth largest city in the state of Kentucky.
Thank you. Okay.
Well, I know.
Back to you, Bill. Okay. So the Owensboro Police Department posted this, right? Okay. Just look at the photo.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. It's a man, face tattoos.
He has a face tattoo on his left temple and then his entire right cheek.
Yes. And it says police are asking for help regarding the whereabouts of a man who is considered armed and dangerous following a motel robbery Tuesday morning. Well, this man.
Hold on, because I just happened to wake up this morning. I check Owensboro Times and it was on Owensboro Times at the bottom. And I was like, I showed it to Travis and I was like, is it not shocking that this person did something naughty? Because he looks like a fucking terrifying individual.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he did besides what I read in the title.
Okay. Well, on the comments section, this guy commented. The guy.
Oh.
And he says, not armed nor dangerous. It's crazy. I get robbed while I'm asleep for $700 plus and it's okay, but I asked dude for $20 and he owes me and I'm a bad guy.
So you're telling me
he, face tattoo, commented on his police post
saying that they're looking for him and because he's armed and dangerous.
And he got robbed while he sleep. So I asked dude. That was so hard for me to read because it's like broken English.
Oh, that's always the hardest.
And then he deleted it, and then someone had screenshotted it and posted it again and circled it and said, well, he went and posted and commented. So I just think that people are funny. Would you do that? Would you just be like,
would I be armed and dangerous?
I mean, you always
running
are.
from the cops?
Yeah.
I mean, you are right. I am armed and dangerous. But no, what? It's the same thing as people like running from the cops and then doing snaps. Like,
yeah,
it's like, what the fuck are you doing, you twat rocket? Like, I don't know. That's so dumb.
Yeah.
I want to know what happened because obviously drugs are involved because you can always tell when someone's been rode hard and put up wet.
I mean, and he got robbed for $700 plus while he's asleep.
I'm just also like, who's just, frolicking around with that $700 in cash.
I mean, it sounds pretty straight and narrow to me. Yeah. It sounds
and he's like, so what, he robbed somebody for 20. So is he saying that all happened?
He said he got robbed.
I know.
Yeah.
But the news article did not. And so he's implying that like the whole issue was that he stole $20 from somebody that owed him money.
Let's summarize the end though. He's like, but it's okay. But I asked dude for $20. He owes me. If he took $700 from you, he owes you a little bit more.
I don't think he said that dude took his money. He just from another dude who owed money.
This comment needs subtitles because I don't understand.
Ah, man. You know what? My favorite is when people do dumb things and then highlight themselves. They be peacocking their dumb shit.
Yeah. Speaking of peacocking, do I have a story for you?
Ooh.
Man, I'm hitting these segues. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the segues.
You are sharp as a tack, lady. Sharp as a tack.
So sharp. Okay.
Yes, you are.
Now this one is a little south of the border. So considering I'm barely speaking English, let alone bilingual, forgive me in advance for some of the pronunciations.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Are you?
Yes.
Oh, that was very good.
Yes. I am.
Okay. I'm not going to tell you the name. I'm just going to jump right in.
I hate when you do that.
I know. That's why I do it.
That's because then I get all rowdy. I get really rowdy and feisty. I'm like a.
You stay that way. You literally are in a state of rowdiness.
Yeah, you know what? Whatever.
Yes.
And you're right.
I like your pencil.
You like my what?
Your pencil.
I know I stole it from Drew because I'm always borrowing everything of Drew's.
You walked in here, you were like, hey, do you have water? Do you have a pencil? Do you have paper in our studio?
I just want you to know that I haven't written with a number 2 pencil since high school, and it is so sharp, and I'm really excited to write with it. And I haven't, and I'm gonna. And when it happens, it's gonna be fucking very satisfying.
The things that bring it. We used to get birthday pencils.
Oh.
Yeah, if it was our birthday, we'd have to go to the office.
Oh, like at school. I didn't know if your parents were like,
oh, yeah. That in my head, I already said that part.
The second you said that, I was like, girl, I struggled to pay lunch too.
You're like, I got a cake. I'm like, I got a number 2 pencil. My 7th birthday.
Like, I just bring you pencils on fucking Tuesday. Like, you know what? I feel like you needed these.
Yeah. Where's my fuck? It's my birthday pencil. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Bye.
I'm gonna go. Did you say bye?
Yeah, bye.
Did you hang up on the podcast?
I don't know.
You did. You said bye. Okay. Now, I did a ton of this since considering I started this last night at 9 p.m. Because I'm an overachiever. Actually, I just changed stories last minute. Anyway, a ton of this is from season 4, episode 4 of Snapped Killer Couples.
Ooh.
Wikipedia, Murderpedia, CrimeLibrary.org.
CrimeLibrary.org.
I was thinking of the lady that used to announce the birthday pencils at school over the intercom because she would say, Heather Weiniger, please come to the library. Heather Weiniger to the library. Thank you.
I always say library.
And she said it like that. So in my head, I was thinking of the birthday pencil lady.
Well, thank you, Crime Library, for all your knowledge.
Okay. Sara Aldrete was born on September 6, 1964 in Madam Juarez, Mexico. Now, I couldn't find a ton about her childhood, but I did find a little bit, and it seemed pretty normal. Her family raised her devout Roman Catholic. And
every time someone is raised devout anything, I'm always like,
yeah, that is important, and put a pin in that.
Always do.
Okay. Now, she lived in Mexico, but attended high school in Texas after being accepted on some sort of like student visa thing. And she lived right on the border. So there was like a footbridge.
I don't know why my mind cannot compute that Mexico is right there to Texas.
Yeah.
It just, it doesn't compute. I'm like, well, so she flew there or took a boat every day? She took a boat. Idiot.
She had a kayak. She was really good.
Yeah, her great upper body strength.
Her canoe.
Yeah.
No, it's like Mexico's like Texas's pants, just right on the bottom. So when she was 21, she went on to Texas Southmost College in Brownsville, Texas. Now, she was like super smart. She had a ton of friends, and she was going to school for physical education to become a gym teacher. And why did that make you laugh?
Because it just, I'm just surprised that you have to go to school. Like to become a gym teacher. Your dad was a gym teacher, but didn't he do other things as well?
He was a science and health teacher.
Right.
Like he was a health and PE.
Right.
Teacher.
So I just feel like gym teacher isn't like the job that you sign in on. You do something else and then they're like, hey, can you also teach 3rd and 4th period gym?
It is rare to think that somebody would go to school just to seek that out. But
yeah.
Like,
you know
I never
what?
thought about
I'm
it.
going to go to school for something that will never pay off the student loan.
I would make
ever in my life. I will never pay it off. So.
I would make them play dodgeball to the death, but my dad had to quit making them play dodgeball in high school because this girl whose mom like got mad all the time, she jammed her finger in gym, so she wrote letters to the school board about dodgeball.
Wow, that sounds very 2023 of her.
It was definitely not 2020.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that sounds like some bitch a Karen would do.
Right. And after all that, everybody kept saying, oh, she's so pretty, which she was. And I'll show you a photo of her. She was 6'1". So random fact, she was super tall.
Ooh, did she play volleyball? I love how that's always our thoughts. Oh, hey, girl. She played volleyball.
That was her.
You can tell me that she didn't, and I'll be like, she played volleyball. She was a secret volleyball player.
Now, at this young age, she was already going through a divorce.
At what young age?
That's 21.
Okay.
Yeah. To a much older man. Nothing drama there, just Didn't work out.
Wonder why.
In 1987, before her junior year, everything seemed on track. She was in her first serious relationship, great GPA and all that stuff. She went to visit her family in Mexico, and when she was walking back, she almost got ran over by a sports car. Like,
Ooh.
yes. So not in a kayak, she was walking. Right. And so just imagine you're walking and then the dude in a sports car literally cuts you off and almost hits you.
I almost got hit by a Ferrari when I lived in Miami. And it was terrifying because they were on cocaine. I swear they were on coke. I used to run like 4 miles at 4 a.m. because that was cool.
Because you were on cocaine?
Yeah.
I would have to be to run 4 miles.
And I was on like the trek back. Yeah. And I was running and the light was red. And they went and ran right in front of me. Like I almost ran into the vehicle. They went all the way to the left and like went around all the cars and went... Like, they went the wrong way on all of it, and
you should have let them hit you.
An orange Ferrari. No, I would have died. They were going too fast. It would have been.
If they slammed their brakes on, throw yourself on the hood, fall down, insurance.
Oh, they didn't. They didn't even care that they almost hit me.
Oh, yeah. Rude.
I know, fuckers. Always remember that, though.
So, obviously, you know what she was feeling then, and she was ready to scream, but then she sees him. Adolfo Constanzo gets out, and she's like, oh, because he's hot.
She was like, Adolfo. Oh.
Yes. How did I research this and watch this and hear about it yesterday for hours, and then I never once thought that? I
don't know.
But so he gets out and he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And she's like, you're kind of hot. So I guess it's okay that you almost killed me. So Adolfo Constanzo was born in Miami, Florida. Maybe he was drove an orange Ferrari. No, I'm kidding. In 1962 to Cuban immigrants. Now I'm going to show you a photo of him because I just said he was hot. So I would want to know if I was you.
Yes. I always want to know faces of the culprits. Okay, Daddy.
Right.
You know what? Right? I was like, if you want to almost hit me with your car, there's nothing hotter. So nobody can see the photo because no one's in here.
Yeah.
But the dude has like a very Swayze shirt on
with
like unbuttoned necklace, rolled up sleeves. Mm-hmm. He's leaned back in a car where it's like, dude, I will literally give you roadhead right now. That is what that photo is. He's like, shuck my dick.
In my head, I was like, he's going to do it? Like,
no, that's not. That's harder to do. From what I understand.
Okay, so he was born to Cuban immigrants, and his dad passed away when he was super young, and his mom was a teen mom, so she raised him alone when she was like 15. They were raised Catholic publicly, but his mom had a secret, and she practiced Santeria religion.
Ooh, I love spicy.
Yeah.
Spicy spiritual
privately,
secrets.
She was a closet Santerian.
I don't know anything about that. Are you going to tell us something about that?
Nope. Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay, cool.
So, like, in my head, the only thing I'd ever heard of was the Sublime song. Yes. I'm not going to sing it, but you don't know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Okay.
Can't wait to hear more.
Yeah. So, according to AI, it's an Afro-Caribbean religion that originated in Cuba and is based on Yoruba beliefs and traditions with some Roman Catholic elements. So, Santeria actually means the way of the saints. And it came from slavery in the Caribbean, and when they came over, it like merged with other religions and sprouted from there. Normally, it is fine. Normally. Anywho.
This is exciting.
His mom had the Santerian altar in their house and made offerings and did rituals in her home. And Adolfo was very little. And she recruited him to do this with her. It was just them two. So a lot of them included animal sacrifices. So he was
so fucking excited about this story right now.
He was exposed to that super young. You don't know this one?
No. And my nipples are hard as fuck with enthusiasm.
Poked my eye out. Okay. His mom had him blessed by a Santerian priest when he was little, and the priest was like, oh yeah, this kid is like destined for great power. He's the chosen one. So he like took him under his wing. There were a couple things that I read, but they didn't say on the show, and I figured that Snapped has more of a research budget than us, so I went with their research on that one. But some of them, there were rumors that the priest actually like molested him when he was younger and groomed him, but whatever. I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
So he continued all of this throughout his teens, and when he was about 20, he became like a well-known fortune teller.
This is tasty. Carry on.
They struggled with money, though, and his mom turned to a life of crime, and then she was like, hey, Adolfo, you're going to do this with your mommy. So
What a great mom.
they were big into shoplifting and petty theft and thought that the religion and combined with her son's powers were protecting them from the police because they never got caught doing it.
Yes. Makes sense.
Yes.
I get it.
It's called logic. Look it up. Adolfo turned 21 and he's like, yeah, this isn't very much money. And I'm kind of hot. So I'm going to move to Mexico City and become a male model.
Oh, good call.
Yeah. And here's one of his model photos.
Ooh.
Yeah. Are you ready for this?
I don't know.
I say that every time because it takes me a minute to unlock my phone.
Yeah.
There you go. Doesn't he look like he should be in Menudo?
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like
He's
Ricky Martin's brother, Ronald Martin.
100%.
Yeah.
Wow, this is like scanned from an old newspaper article.
Yeah, I went to the library and I got that.
He's got a great jawline.
Yeah. He's hot. So this guy's a male model and he's gaining popularity, but he's also doing his Santeria, fortune teller, all that stuff. But he loved all the attention he was getting from
I bet
all
he
aspects.
thrived at it.
Oh, yeah. Like soap opera actors,
Yeah.
movie stars, government officials, high-ranking people with clout. They were all coming to him because his reputation was getting out.
Look at him.
The Mexican drug cartel called the Constanzo drug family got wind of this, and they were like, okay, hey, boy, like, we have $1 million drug deals, and we need you to help us smuggle this and protect us. So, well,
It's just, just things are funny.
the look you gave me, I was like, I wanted to be like, I don't believe it. Like,
And then you're like, and then the
he
mafia
goes from stealing a pack of paper towels
and
to
having
doing
an
this.
altar in his fucking small kitchen with his mom to
Yeah.
grabbing some freaking wallets out of purses to then being like, oh, Mexican drug lords, like, I believe that your powers will
Yeah.
protect me and you're hot, so help us smuggle shit in.
Oh, yeah. And they loved how flashy he was.
Oh, you mean that
Yeah.
fur coat?
All that flash. All that flash. No, but he made a shit ton of money from doing this for him because he was like, yeah, I'll do it, but you're going to give me a cut of it. So, and then he did it kind of like as entertainment value also. He started, this part pisses me off. He started doing sacrifices on like all kinds of shit, like lion cubs and zebras.
Where the fuck is he getting these?
Exactly. That's why he was charging them a fuck ton because he would have to go find this shit too. Yes, he's not a good menudo person.
I mean, they do say like the okay. So
Yeah.
in these things, whenever it comes down to a spell, I'm going to quote unquote spell because I don't know what the fuck they call it in that. But the thought is that the higher the sacrifice, the more powerful the spell is. So
Yeah.
I see why he would have gone that route.
And he actually started getting a group together, and cult leader enters the chat.
Of course.
Yeah. Martin Quintana was one of his first followers and his right-hand person, the person he trusted the most. So 2 years, he goes from model to Santeria cult leader. Yeah. Escalates quickly.
Wow, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
I actually think it's a lie. And you've made all of this up.
I did. It's fan fiction. I was like, I don't have a story. Let's write one. No. Okay. People came from all over and paid him a shit ton of money for his services, like I said, and he leaned into that. He had nice cars. He had multiple homes, flashy clothes, all that shit. And okay, so back to he almost hit Sara. And some people said Sara, but I'm going to say Sara. So we're going to Sara. Where he almost hit, and he talked his way out of that. And even though she was dating someone at the time, her first serious relationship, they swapped numbers and they started literally dating the next day.
Oh, cheater.
He introduced her to his Santeria stuff, and she was instantly hooked on it already. They started banging it out, and she became obsessed with him and his lifestyle and his powers.
That
and all that. And probably that.
The dick.
I'm gonna assume that.
Yeah, me too.
And needless to say, she joined his cult. Like, she got dick down, joined a cult.
That sounds about
that
right.
sounds-
Usually you join a cult because you didn't get dick down.
Yeah,
But,
he gave away the cookie.
Tomato, whatever.
So Adolfo had a compound for his cult at Matamoros. And she moved in there with him, and she crossed the border daily and still went to school. So she's with this cult leader, and she's still like, you know what, I'm going to keep that collegiate spirit going. But this did allow her to recruit other people, and she doubled the group size because she was going to school and she wasn't hiding that she was into all this shit, and she was like recruiting people at school. He repaid her by naming her high priestess, and he had everyone call her La Madrina, which means godmother in Spanish.
Oh man, I love when you get a cool title.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah,
You know, I love when you're in a cult and you get a cool title.
yeah. I would
Nothing
get
better.
like a dumb one that like they'd be like, "This is the ferret. She's gonna fuck you up" or something. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I'm like, no, I hope not, because I feel like it's not nicknames, it's titles.
oh,
So I don't think they have the ferret job description.
you don't know.
You're right, I don't know.
Okay, on March 14th, 1989, a missing persons report was filed by a few college students from the University of Texas. Now, 21-year-old Mark Kilroy had gone on spring break in Matamoros, Mexico with them and then disappeared.
Ooh.
This wasn't uncommon, and the cops on the show were saying most of the time people would turn up. They would just get too drunk, sleep it off somewhere, not tell their friends, and show up.
Yep.
But as soon as you cross the bridge over in Matamoros, there was like a shit ton of bars, and they were always packed with, because like people could drink like younger over there too. So they had all gone out drinking until 2 a.m. when the bars closed. Now they go to cross the footbridge to go back over to Brownsville, and they all were like, we were hammered. They somehow got separated, and then when they got back to the hotel and they turned around, Mark wasn't with them.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then so they were like, he probably, was hanging out with the girl. Something like they just assumed.
So he was walking back with them, and
they
then
got
just
separated. There was like a kind of a group of people going,
I'm
and they were
always
so
curious as to like what's the situation where people feel
Yeah.
like, oh, the person just, they did something else. I don't know. That
Yeah.
one's kind of weird.
The-
like if you're walking back together and then you disappear.
Yeah. His friend was on the show, and he said, he was like, look, we were 21. We were all, basically he was like, we were all wasted.
Yeah.
We were to the point where we weren't talking. We were just trying to get back.
Yeah.
And they got separated. Like
Yeah.
he thought they were behind it. Like each one thought he was behind the other one is what happened.
That's such a bummer.
Yeah.
I'm already bummed out. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened, but I'm bummed out.
The Texas cops called the Mexican police and told him that, and then they investigated, and the Mexican police were like, a truck pulled up beside him on the bridge and were like, do you need a ride? And he's like, no, I'm fine. Well, they grabbed him.
No.
He got away from them, and then 3 more guys pulled up with guns and forced him into another car and sped off. And the cops were puzzled because Mark didn't have, like, normally it would be drug related, and he didn't have any ties to the cartel or anything like that. So that's usually how people would get kidnapped.
Yeah.
During that
Sounds
time.
very cartel-y.
Yeah. Yeah. However, Mark's family was very wealthy and influential in Houston, and also he was a white male. It matters. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, not.
Oh, I just got mad that you
No,
brought
I
this
just
into
felt like I did. Like, I'm not. It matters.
It does
Yeah.
matter.
So, but no one ever asked for ransom. So they were like, well, maybe in one's rent. Well, no one ever asked for ransom after he was taken. So, after authorities questioned over 100 people, they didn't have jack shit. So 2 weeks went by after Mark went missing. On April 1st, a vehicle blew past a border checkpoint. So they were trying to stop people looking for things. And this car was like, yeah, fuck you, and just drove past them. So they chased
That
Yeah.
is insane.
the whole, you think that's insane.
Oh my God.
I got 4.5 more pages of this.
Oh my fuck.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? A whole bunch of cops and border control. Fuck you.
Yeah. So 20-year-old Serafine Hernandez, who happened to be the nephew of drug lord Elio Hernandez, was driving the vehicle, and they took him in. He laughed at him the whole time. He was like, you don't even know who I am. And then they get him in the room, and he was being this little cocky bitch baby. And he was laughing. He was like, oh, you can't even, I'm invincible. I'm protected by a higher power.
Could you imagine? I could just, I would wonder, I would ponder what it would be like to have been born just wealthy motherfucker.
Right.
Like to just wake up.
To not
be
get
like,
birthday pencils.
Right? Just
Yeah.
be like, do you know who my parents are?
Do you know who my dad is?
My mom works in a factory, and my dad's a construction worker. I fucking run this shit. Fucking this town is mine.
But isn't
it's called
that-
Brooklynsboro, bitch.
It's a Rihanna song.
Right?
Around this town.
I don't know.
I'm very musical today.
You are.
Yeah. Okay, so while he's sitting in there saying all this shit, he's leaning back in his chair and laughing at him. And then he's in the interrogation room, and he looks over and he sees a picture of Mark, like a missing poster on the wall. And he's like, oh, I know that guy. And they're like, what? And so they quickly get with the U.S. officials, and they all go raid the ranch where Hernandez cartel was hiding out. Because they're like, what do you mean you know this fucking guy? Ooh. Yeah. They get there, and it looks abandoned, and they go through everything. So they're going in the back. There's a shack out back, and they open the door, and then they get hit with the smell, and they're like,
no.
Oh, God. And there's a big-ass cauldron in the middle, and it smells terrible. There's bones.
No.
Animal parts.
I'll stop saying no.
Bugs, and like nasty shit. And the police see this and some religious relics in the room, and they're like, oh, this is a sister cult of Santeria called Palo Mayombe. Palo Mayombe.
Yes.
Yes, I think I'm saying that right.
Sounds great.
Yes.
So all of that's terrible.
Santeria is not like dark. This is like a dark leg of that, and it can be used in a good way, but
something is like being a pagan,
yes,
right? Like
yes.
The base of it is good, but if you want to turn it dark,
you just can. Like every religion. Yeah.
It's every single thing.
Yes. That's true. So think like dark black magic and a lot of animal sacrifice. Now, one of the investigators said that when he walked in, you could feel the evil in the shack, and like the hair on his arms and neck just stood straight up. And he was like, oh, this is a cult compound. Like he figured it out after they walked in there. Now they go back to Seraphim, and then they bring in his uncle Elio, and they were both like, oh yeah. And I watched all the interviews too. They're acting like they're just talking like we are. It's bizarre. And they're like, oh, we're protected. So yeah, we did all this. Like what? Yeah. Seraphine legit said, yeah, we were told to kidnap Mark Kilroy and bring him back to the compound by our high priestess, Sara Aldrete. So Seraphine and Sara had met in one of their college classes. So the nephew of the drug cartel guy and Sara had met in college. And she was like, hey, like, I have a dark religion.
Bitch, you have delivered on this story. This is a tasty fucking treat. I am snacking on this popcorn like it is the best movie theater bucket.
It's
Carry on. Yeah. I'm sorry, but this is a treat. I wish I did have popcorn. Wonderboy Media is not only the proud producer of this glorious magic employing your ear holes right now, but they're also a big deal.
Get in touch with them today to make all of your dreams a freaking reality.
From using their bangin' ass podcast studio,
where we are right now,
to creating amazing videos and editing our content like the mystical mavericks they are.
Your podcast can go further when you have a Wonder Boy.
Hit up Drew today at WBOYmedia.com.
Or text him day or night at 270.
Just kidding.
So Sara goes to Seraphine and she's like, hey, you know, that I have something that could help you with your family's drug business. So they set up a meeting between Adolfo and their head of their drug cartel. He was like, yeah, I want 50%.
Ooh, spicy.
And in protection, but he already had a reputation for the drug shipment. So they were like, okay.
So the protection, this is literally just pure luck, right?
He's doing all these rituals and being showy.
But it's literally just luck that in all of this time.
They're going successfully. So yeah. Ooh. Yeah. And so they believe him and he's so showy about it. So during their first ritual of protection, he was like, yeah, this one requires a human for sacrifice.
Oh no, Mark.
They abducted and sacrificed. This is to win them over. They abducted and sacrificed a member of the rival drug gang.
Ooh.
And then the drugs made it without getting caught. So they're like, okay, we believe you. Like, it works.
Okay.
Yeah, they made him like this. They literally thought of him as godlike at this point.
Well, any cult.
They leaned in. Yeah, like even there's the drug people that weren't even in his cult. We're like, oh, he's godlike.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I am sure.
And he got so cocky that he was like, oh, well, I need to do something bigger. I got to be showier. I love this. He was like, I can move 800 kilos of weed, which according to Google is over 1,700 pounds. Getting it across.
Do you like how I'm sitting here like,
yeah, you're trying to figure out
it. I'm trying to figure how much weed and how hard it would be to get it there.
I mean, I don't know.
1,700 pounds?
Yes. Oof. 1,764 pounds plus some ounces. He was
Talk
like,
about something I want to bathe in.
That's like Snoop Dogg brunch.
Right.
Okay. So he said to do this, he needs a human sacrifice and the best brain of a human that you can find. This is sad.
Oh, man.
And yeah, skip ahead a little bit if this is gonna our whole podcast.
Dude, if you're listening to our podcast and you don't want to hear about murder, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean that. Okay, I'm gonna listen. I'm not. Why am I in trouble?
If you don't want to hear about the murder, can you just skip ahead? No,
I just feel like it's obligatory to say.
No.
So on March 13th, some of the cult members went with Sara to find a vulnerable American college student because that's what was requested. Now, this is where she intentionally met Mark and started talking to him. And he had told her, because, you know, she was pretty. And he had told her he was going to medical school. And she's like, oh, you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They followed him when the guys left. And they kidnapped him and took him back to the compound. Now, they kept him... God, I hate this. They kept him there for 2 days, chained up, until Adolfo was, quote unquote, ready.
Okay. Now is where you could fast forward if you really don't want to hear the gory details.
Yeah. They used machetes, and they just came in out of nowhere and used machetes and beat him in the head until his brain was visible. And then they pulled it out and brought it to Adolfo for the ritual.
Okay. Well, let's think of the positive here. Blunt force trauma is a quick way to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, imagine 2 days of just waiting. Ugh.
Yeah.
All of it. And they took, oh God. And they took it, they put his brain in a cauldron and then ingested it to basically take his smarts. That was part of the ritual. Like they ingest his brain and they get his brain. So.
What is this, a 1990s episode of Charmed? What the fuck?
Yeah. And I watched the interview with Elio and Seraphine, and they were saying, like I said, just so casual, like they were going to the store, and it made me like nauseous. They seemed happy when they said that the weed shipment was a success too. Like they were just so nonchalant and happy, like, oh yeah, it worked, and did it, like not even considering the fact that they killed a guy. Like yeah. And
that's not what they were worried about.
Exactly.
There are cartels though too. They're killing people just because they were late.
That's true.
To say, you know, cartels are a whole different kit and caboodle. Like they have no understanding of bad, and the worst they can do is the best to them.
Right. You're not wrong.
I usually am not wrong, ma'am.
The thing about that cocky ass Adolfo wasn't thinking about though, when he murdered a prominent white American male, was like, now they're going to pay attention to him. Because,
right.
Yeah. So he had been flying under the radar for so long, performing his rituals on transients and people who were more likely
Everyone
to
fucks up that way.
I know. And they were trying to do it like they didn't. He was basically getting people that if they turned up missing, they had a high risk lifestyle, quote unquote.
Bruce MacArthur.
Yeah.
Remember Bruce MacArthur? For everyone who didn't watch that episode, please do, because it was watch. Damn, now I sound like your dad. Listen to that episode, because that was one where he had killed 6 people that had transient lifestyles or were in the underground gay scene.
Yeah.
And no one looked for him. And then he killed one popular white man.
Yep. You right.
And the other one too, I want to say on that one though, like the families were in other countries. So I really want to be clear on that one, that it wasn't just because he was white. His family lived there and the rest of them were anyway.
Yeah.
But just saying.
Yeah. And like I said, he's been doing that, like the pattern that unfortunately we've seen. And then he's like, oh fuck. So him and Sara, his high priestess, ran and they went underground. Now, authorities obviously did a search of their 3.5 acre compound, and behind that shack with the hocus pocus ball or whatever, they found a shallow mass grave with over 18 victims, and one of them was Mark Kilroy.
18 victims, 18 humans, not animals.
Nope. Humans. And one of them was Mark. Now, this obviously made international news. Like, Oprah went down there and did a show. Geraldo Rivera and, like, all the late 80s big-timers were going down there. And weeks went by, and they couldn't find Adolfo and Sara until May 6th in Mexico City. The cops were actually looking for a missing girl, and they were going door to door.
No way.
And then they heard a bunch of gunshots, and they were like, what the fuck is that? Adolfo, Sara, the right-hand man guy, Martin, and another bodyguard were nearby, and they've been hiding there in an apartment for about a week. Now, Adolfo had seen the news coverage, and then he happened to, like, look outside.
Oh.
Like, he saw the news coverage and was getting pissed off. And when he was, like, flipping out, like, ripping shit off the apartment, like, losing it, like, because he saw where they invaded his property.
Oh.
So they, quote unquote.
Sorry, I thought you meant that he was seeing the news coverage of the cops knocking door to door and they knew that they were coming up. Not the fact.
He's in Mexico. Yeah. He's in Mexico City in this apartment that he had rented with cash to hide, and, like, sees on TV they're pulling the bodies out. And then he's like, oh my God, they're on my compound. They desecrated my sacred land. Like, I'm going to lose my powers, quote unquote, because the cops went there. So that's what he thinks. And he starts flipping his shit, like ripping the apartment apart. And then in the middle of his little temper tantrum, he glances out the window and he sees the cops going door to door. But they weren't even looking for him. Right. So like he's like, oh my God, they're here. So he panics. He grabbed a machine gun and starts shooting out the window at them. Oh. And then it starts throwing money and jewels and like gold coins at them, like just losing it. Yes.
That's not what I would throw at the cops.
Me either.
Unless he did it so that all the humans in the area would flock to the middle of the gunfight to grab it. I don't understand that.
I don't know. I never thought of that.
That was my first thought, is if you throw it all out the window, that's what they do to try to like create a ruckus so they can get away.
Oh.
But if they're shooting and then throwing it out, I'm like,
yeah. With a machine gun at that. Like,
I don't think I'd be like, oh, AK-47 or a bedazzled necklace. I'm going to just leave.
Bedazzled necklace.
I don't know.
A doubloon. So gunfire, they get in that shootout, and 200 or more Mexico police officers come rushing in and surround the building. Ooh. This went on for an hour. Then all of a sudden, Adolfo just stops shooting. And they're like, where did you go? The cops bust in the door. And then when they get in there, they are shocked. They see Sara. She's cowering in the corner, and she's like scared shitless, obviously. The bodyguard, which pause on the intensity of the story because his name was El Doobie, and I laughed for 20 minutes. So
makes me want to roll one up right now.
El Doobie was standing in the middle of the room. And then they open the closet and they find the dead bodies of Adolfo Constanzo and Martin Quintana.
His right-hand man.
Mm-hmm. Adolfo,
in the closet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Adolfo and Martin had been shot in the head and were laying in each other's arms. Now, the cops thought that they had killed them during the shootout.
I thought they killed themselves.
And El Doobie was like, no, that you did not do this. Adolfo didn't want to go to jail, so he ordered El Doobie to execute him. Now, he said, I don't want to spend eternity alone. So you think that he would ask his high priestess.
Oh,
yeah.
Fucking
yes. Q&A after this.
Fuck.
Okay. So
fucking fuck.
Hang on. Let me finish. Okay. I was like, I'm going to have to talk fast because she's going to try to interrupt me. Okay. Listen. Okay. So you think he'd be like, high priestess, let's go to the afterlife and party. But no, he takes Martin Quintana, who right before he died, they had been secret lovers for years. Yes. Sara was like, wait, what? You don't want me and you're fucking him? Like right before, yes. Like she threw her whole life to this person that she believed in.
She chose all that.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, right now, if Travis was like, hey, let's get in the closet and kill ourselves and hang out for the rest of forever, and he picks Will, I'm going to just eat a bullet anyway. I'm just going to have to say that.
And, and then he left her to face all of what he had done.
She had done.
They had done, but by herself.
Yeah, which she would have anyway.
Yes.
At the end of the day, killer couples, they never end up together in the end. Right. So it would have been solo anyway.
Very true.
It's your own journey.
Yes. So Sara obviously was arrested and she went to trial in 1994. And it was like wild. The 12 former occult members testified against her. They threw her under the bus and spilled olive beans. And they said that she was performing.
Yep.
She was involved in everything. She was help planning everything. Like the defense was like, well, she was manipulated and brainwashed. So of course she did all that.
Nope.
Obviously, I think a little bit, she was obviously being used, in my personal opinion. He was using her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like using Adolfo, someone and brainwashing them is different. She was not a victim.
Not innocent by any means. Yeah.
Right. But she wasn't a victim.
But she was so obsessed with him and he knew it. And he leaned in. But wait, just wait.
Do you know?
Do I know? The Muffin Man. Yes.
Travis is obsessed with me. And I'm just over here manipulating that situation. I was like they were in a relationship. She didn't. She had.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do not think she was manipulated. I think she just got some good dick by a hot guy. And he showed her some things.
He took advantage. I think that he did use her. For his advantage. And you'll find out why here in a second.
I will still say I think he used her.
100%.
But I don't think that she couldn't have stopped any part of it.
Oh, no. I agree with you on
Like,
that.
she deserves whatever she gets.
So, get this. It came about that Adolfo had planned to, quote unquote, accidentally hit her with his car because her serious boyfriend that she had at the time was heavily involved with the Hernandez drug cartel family.
So his whole goal was to kill her in the first place.
Her boyfriend was a drug smuggler for them.
That's
so,
crazy.
Alberto was
So she really loved this shit. She loved bad shit anyway. She was dating a drug smuggler.
She started dating him and then figured out that he said, well, she's going to dump me if I tell her. And then she was like, oh, I'm intrigued because my life is not exciting. And this is.
Oh.
So that's kind of how it was portrayed anyway.
Okay.
So Alberto, her ex, like I said, was a drug smuggler for them. And when he told Sara after they started dating, she was like, hey, yes, let's, I would love this bad boy lifestyle.
Okay.
So Adolfo, he'd been following her for weeks to make sure that he'd like to get her pattern to make sure that he would run into her. So he knew she walked, not kayaked. She walked to college. However, in 1994, Sara Aldrete was found guilty on all charges and was sentenced to 62 years in prison. Elio and Seraphine, along with other members of the cult, also got lengthy prison sentences. And hopefully...
Who were the other 18 people that they killed?
I couldn't find names. I couldn't find.
Do you think they were
one
just like
name.
cartel people?
They think that they were that, or the transients and all the people with higher risk lifestyle people that they... Yeah, there was other shit, and there was a lot of conflicting information. And since I did it 12 hours ago, I didn't really have time to compare. But one of them, I read that there was one of the guys, I don't think it was Mark, but they needed a spine or something. So they found a body that had like a metal rod inserted into the spine. So when the body decomposed, they could just take it out with the rod. Like, it was fucked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my thought. Whenever he was like, hey, secret lover, get in the closet with me. We're going to die together. What if she would have just ran in there and was like, I'm coming with you, bitch, and shot herself? Like, I'm going to the afterlife with you guys.
Me too.
Yeah.
No.
I
saved that to the end. Because there was something I read they led with that.
Okay, his modeling photo, I was like, he's gay. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I'm not going to say that because I don't know. And you're literally telling me it's a killer couple type of situation. I was like, but he put something in his butt. Like, you can tell in that photo. Something shoved in
I
the
don't
butt.
know if he's a pitcher or a catcher.
He's probably both.
At bare man's a pinky. Like, there's a stinky pinky, bare man.
You're right. I don't know what the other guy looks like, though, because I feel like I can figure out the pitcher and the catcher pretty quick.
You think so?
I mean, it's just me being a judgmental cunt. That's all that is.
You know what? Own that shit.
I do.
You're trash. What'd you say your dad said?
I'm trash.
Trash.
I am. I'm just trashy.
Too dirty to clean your act up. Again, why am I singing today?
I don't know.
Every song. I have two more sentences. Can I make it?
Yes, and then we can unpack.
Okay. Yeah, because there are suits.
I have more things to talk about.
Okay. What? On an audio project? Okay. Here we go. Serious. Mark Kilroy's friends and family got closure knowing that it was finally over and that his death actually brought all this to light and potentially saved lives in the future.
Oh, it did. It did? It did.
Yeah. Like there's no way. I mean, you don't know how long he had high officials on his payroll too in Mexico. So you don't know who he knew and all that shit. So it could have went on forever. And there's still nobody really knows how many he actually quote unquote sacrificed, how many people he killed. They know it was for sure 18.
Yeah.
Or 19 because they found 18 in Mark. So,
right.
And that's the sad story of the death of Mark Kilroy. And like I said, I couldn't find the names of the 17 or 18 others.
That's terrible.
By cult leader Adolfo Constanzo and his high priestess Sara Aldrete. Now there are a ton of like conflicting stories and stuff on that, like I said. But I took all the information from Snapped I figured they would have the best research. I would compare it to the other things.
Oh, here's a question.
Yes.
So when you had said he was he had used her, obviously. Mm-hmm. I don't think she was manipulated because I think she wanted that. Like, if you want to have a spicier life or you want to lean into stuff, that's you leaning into it. You're not being manipulated or gaslit or anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
But, so why did he choose not to kill her when he almost hit her? Or not hurt her or whatever? Like, why did he instead...
Like at the beginning?
Yeah. Because you were like, he had followed her to hit her and then didn't hit her.
No, he followed her so he could quote unquote run into her, like either by person or like he cut her off when she was walking and said he almost hit her. So like he didn't like literally hit her. He ran into her.
I thought he was like planning on killing her because he was pissed off at the drug dealer.
He did that intentionally so he could get involved because he knew that she was involved with this other.
Yeah, but what was the end game there?
Because he wanted to get involved with the drug cartel to do his rituals and sell his protection too, because her boyfriend at the time, but then he figured out that he could use her and that like to recruit people and stuff. So she broke up with the drug guy.
Okay.
But his intention was first to be like, well, I can at least make friends with her. And then he figured out she wanted to fuck him. You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm also like, why didn't he just?
Because he could have
just fucking drug dude.
Yeah, well,
why did he pick her as the catalyst and not just any other scenario? Especially because
that's a good question.
Other people came to him directly.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like the cartel had come to him originally directly before he ever met her.
I think he wanted to use it because he saw that she was intrigued by that lifestyle. Like he knew a lot more about her than what he was leading on. I also think that the defense played up a little bit of that in the trial.
They had to because she was the only one left.
Yeah, but I think he met her and was like, "Oh, this girl wants to fuck me," even though I'm fucking Martine.
I have so many questions there. So was that a pity fuck? Or was that like, was he gay or was he bi? Like, I want to know that.
A lot of the things I read said that he was bi, but he preferred men.
Okay.
So, like, they did fuck.
And she never...
She never what?
Caught onto that?
I don't guess
Caught
so.
onto that.
I think she was so, like, what I read, she was so, like, enthralled with him and his world and his religion and his cult and all that shit that she just didn't fucking care.
Yeah, I was like, there's not caring, and there's not knowing, and there's being blind.
See, there's some of the shit that I read.
Because there ain't no sassy. He ain't doing a little sassy hand on the hip. They're not lingering a little bit too longer. He ain't walking out of the bathroom wiping his mouth.
I mean, you
all
said
these things.
Wipe it.
You know
I'm
these.
done with you.
I'm just saying.
Okay, you have said, and I agree with you, that if two people have seen each other naked, you can tell even if they're trying to hide it. Yes. So I do agree with that. But I don't think that I don't know. He's a cult leader and they always act like they want to fuck everyone and everything that I've ever watched. So I'm just assuming that she's just like, oh, he's our God. You know what I mean?
also say too, I'm older and very, very scarred from life. And I've read so many books about horrific cheating and being in love with your business partner and shit that I think in my mind, I would be very aware if like Will and Travis held hands for a half a second. Like they've
only done it twice.
I know, right? No. I would just feel like I would notice that. But I'm like, she's a young college girl. Like I think also too, that's like a whole nother part of it. Is like she was just a young girl as well. Like
I mean, I think it's kind of 50-50. He took advantage of the situation and it was very calculated on that she was going to be in his life. I don't think he knew that to the degree. Yeah. And then he's like, oh, she's giving me them fuck you eyes. So I can lean into that part.
Yeah, but if he preferred.
I mean, listen. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Not personally, but apparently that was his gig. So,
I mean, I'm just intrigued. Yeah. I don't know. I would be so bamboozled at the end of it all for him to be like, I'm taking you with me to the afterlife, and I would die.
Right. And there's one of the things that I heard this morning when I was in the shower listening to a podcast about it, but I had already done my notes, so it's just a mental note, but that she knew and didn't care.
Yeah. That's what I would think.
And then, but on the show, which I trust more than just some random people in their basement recording on a microphone that.
Like us.
Like we're in a studio.
No, I feel the same way because I've seen like the show versus like other things I've read, and I'm like, okay, that seems like a substantial claim. Like I've also seen things too where they're like, oh, they were molested, and then it's never mentioned anything like really big, and you're like, there was no way to substantiate it. So like when you want to lie, it's crazy. All you do is fucking say it out of your mouth, and then people can decide whether or not it's true or false. Like
out of your mouth hole.
You're right out of it.
Yeah.
That's a crazy story, sis.
That's why I was like, I don't know if this is true, but I'm going to include it for spice.
Yeah.
Just a little nutmeg on top.
That is not spice, but I love you anyway.
Isn't it?
It's not spicy, like a little spice.
A spice.
Nutmeg. If I was going to pick just paprika.
That's a spice though, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Just let me have it. I think I worked hard.
You did, and it shows, and it was great. Way to do it. Way to do it.
Thanks.
That was terrible.
It was
really fucked up, but entertaining as hell.
Yeah.
That's one of those where they're like, people can't write books. Like, they're like, why would I lie? Like, I couldn't even make this shit up to make you believe it. And I'm like, none of that.
No.
None
You
of
know,
that.
it's going to be an interesting story when the word priestess is in it.
Always.
Like, I was like, meep, meep.
Yeah. Shit goes bananas.
Yeah.
When there's a high priestess.
That's right.
Tell
That's
me
right.
I'm wrong. Well, you know, what's important.
What is
that
important?
You always don't get mad.
Get sassy.
We love you guys so much.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Thanks for coming. Bye. This episode was sponsored, edited, and produced by Wonderboy Media. Get the deets at WBOYmedia.com to see how you can make your podcast dreams a reality.
Help us out and be sure to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to our audio project. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at, of course, A Couple of Sassholes.
Want more sass? Become a member of our Patreon for bonus content, merch, and more. Plus, we're on Cameo now, so there's even more ways to get the sass you need just how you like it. As always, don't get mad.
Get sassy.
Theodore, can I bet that